Millions of devotees travel to Ayodhya every year, pouring their faith into the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi complex. And with that devotion comes an immense tide of wealth. We are talking about daily cash donations ranging from 8 to 13 lakhs, not to mention heavy contributions of gold and silver. Because the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust was established directly by the government in early 2020 with high-profile political backing, the public assumed this money was sitting in an impenetrable fortress. People believed modern CCTV cameras, strict banking protocols, routine official audits were watching every single rupee. But beneath that veneer of flawless security, an organized syndicate was quietly robbing the temple from the inside out. That political shield meant the trust operated without the independent transparency required of any other financial entity, creating a massive opening for those on the inside. The most direct drain on the temple's treasury happened right in the basement counting room. Here, a temple worker named Tinu Yadav oversaw the daily influx of loose bills. The official procedure was simple. Staff were required to sort loose cash into uniform bundles containing exactly 10 notes each. Instead, counting agents would slip 12 or 13 notes into a single bundle, while the official logbook recorded exactly 10. Later, away from the immediate gaze of the primary monitors, the staff would pull those extra unrecorded notes back out and quietly distribute the untraceable cash among themselves. By repeating this tiny, invisible theft thousands of times over, Tinu Yadav eventually amassed a staggering personal fortune, estimated at 50 crore rupees. A complete lack of basic, independent weight and measure audits allowed a playground sleight of hand to bleed millions of rupees from one of the country's most guarded sacred sites. The cash skim was highly lucrative, but the theft didn't stop at paper money. At one point, the trust received a massive donation of 210 silver bricks, which mysteriously vanished from the ledgers, earning absolutely zero bank interest. Even high-profile political figures couldn't track their offerings. When Akhilesh Yadav's party donated 25 kilograms of solid silver, that contribution vanished from public records. The chain of custody was broken by design. Tinu bypassed official bank ledgers altogether, reportedly handing bags of donated gold and jewelry directly to the upper echelon of the trust's leadership without a single receipt. With millions in unaccounted capital now sloshing around, the insiders escalated to a third vector of theft: highly coordinated real estate flips. This chart tracks property transactions around the temple. Political associates would quietly purchase local parcels at rock-bottom prices, then immediately turn around and sell those exact same plots to the trust at markups soaring up to 17 times their actual value. This sudden infusion of dirty money rewrote the local economy. Low-level mechanics and temple workers suddenly found themselves with the capital to construct massive luxury hotels in places like Haridwar. The physical offerings left by devout pilgrims were used as seed capital for an entirely unchecked secondary ecosystem of wealth generation for the politically connected. None of this happened in a vacuum. Both an independent private audit firm and the State Bank of India explicitly flagged these gaping vulnerabilities in their official reports to the trust. When Mahipal Singh, the temple's own account manager, brought direct proof of the ongoing theft to the top leadership, he was swiftly fired in retaliation. To ensure there was no trail to follow, the operators permanently deleted 7 to 8 months of critical CCTV footage from the counting room servers. And this complicity reached the highest offices in the country. Intelligence agencies allegedly sent a dozen separate reports regarding the grift straight to the Prime Minister's office, yet the trust's leadership faced zero legal consequences. Systematically firing whistleblowers and deleting evidence transforms these incidents from simple mismanagement into a state-protected criminal enterprise. Today, rather than pursuing accountability, state authorities actively threaten citizens who dare to ask where the missing public funds actually went. While cranes continue to stack the physical stones of the temple, the underlying grift has gutted the project's moral foundation. It demands that we ask a hard question about how we practice charity. Giving your money to opaque, politically shielded institutions is not a pure act of faith. Without a way to verify the spending, it is an act of negligence. If you want to make a real impact in the name of your beliefs, redirect those donations. Hand your wealth to highly transparent NGOs, invest in environmental protection, or simply give it directly into the hands of the poor. True devotion requires a demand for accountability. blindly funding a corrupt, impenetrable institution ultimately dishonors the very God that temple was built to celebrate.